Uh, let me quickly come back to today's whole initiative by Billennium Divas in association with Lyvefresh ANANDA, and today's topic is very different from what we at Billennium Divas show speak. So first of all, Jigar, hi, very warm welcome once again. My sincere apologies for this technical snag. We ended up using a new software, and I think this is this is this is all again help put us in a space where we should not be. But anyways, I think it's always better to come back and start this conversation once again. So uh, coming back to today's topic, it is on men on menstruation, and we have a very wonderful friend and a guest, Mr. Jigar Parekh, who is the co-founder and chairman of Lyvefresh ANANDA, and he also is a co-author of a book called Bleeding is Not Bad. And today's topic is on why a man cannot talk or teach menstruation. And we have Jigar, who's going to give us some wonderful insights, because menstruation as a topic is long associated with taboos and stigmas, and across almost all cultures, and it has also been associated with shame, disgust, dirt, fear for a very long time. While most women have grown up being told the same things about menstruation, it is the men who have remained clueless about the whys of menstruation, and hence putting menstruation putting men in menstruation is the need of the hour. So Jigar, welcome to Billion Divas show. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us today. uh, just a quick introduction about yourself before we get on to this amazing interactive conversation on today's topic.
Thank you, Bhavesh, for first of all organizing this live session on the topic what you described. A small introduction about me, I can say like I've been into manufacturing of several rubber products. It's more than a decade now, and as we started also manufacturing a lot of menstrual products made out of food grade silicone and a lot of other stuff. So which was the area which focused or actually forced me to get into this space where I there is a lot of need in terms of social or a noble cause which has been needed. So this made me entered into this space as a to support the nature, support female, support the society.
Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Thank you so much, Jigar, for this quick introduction. And I'm very happy to see one more man taking up this initiative of supporting women, and especially in the hygiene space, which is very important, because I was just reading an article a few weeks back, while we were discussing about this
Okay.
whole topic. The problem with menstruation is not just about bleeding, but it's also about associated about the products that are used, right? Especially, for example, sanitary napkins, right? And I think uh, you know more than women, I think men have not been able to get educated. So I think under Lyvefresh Ananda, you have several initiatives that you mentioned, right? I think one of the initiatives is
Yeah.
to educate, not only
Yeah.
women but also men in the space of importance of the menstrual hygiene, right?
Yeah.
And that is the commendable work, because I think before any product gets sold, I think it is more important to be aware about the benefits and the features of the product, and the problems
Correct.
which are associated if you're not using the right set of products on that space, right? So uh, could you just give us a quick brief about what is this initiative of called Live Fresh Ananda?
Okay. See, as I described that as I've been into manufacturing space of several such products. So while we were into manufacturing, and as we started selling this product, like menstrual cup, which is one of the most important products during menstruation, we have seen there is so many brands who are selling this product, trying to sell this product, in the through e-commerce portals or through from the offline medium of sales or whatever. It has been observed since last 2-3 years. People are struggling to sell this product by explaining or showing advertisements of this product in terms of features. What you described, like it is very necessary to show the features of the product. What are the disadvantages of the old products which has been used since ages? So comparison of the new product with the old product. See, everything is fine, but the biggest issue what we saw was the biggest. There is a lack of, in spite of all these advertising, there is a lack of awareness. There is a lack of acceptance. Why there is so much in lack of acceptance? Even if people are ready to show the comparison, people are ready to show the benefits of the new products through the advertising medium. So this is where the space where, see, certain times you have seen that always the advertising is not that it works out to
Correct.
sell a product.
Correct.
When it comes to actually to change someone's behavior of your routine in your life, where actually a personal touch, you can say is required, or like an education is required. So where he started actually talking with a lot of NGOs who were working in this space in the initial days, and we figured out that why they were not able to succeed in educating people or convincing the females, even if there is so much of advertising available in the market, even if there is so many brands who are with the same product available in the market. So then we can say we derived at a conclusion that there was no system-driven approach. There was no standardized training content of this product. There is no availability of the product till the rural India, I can say, the rural villages or wherever it has been. It has been advertised always in the urban cities or the metros or e-commerce portals. So there were so many other issues we actually came across while doing a research with the end user, that is directly with the female. Also, we came to know that there was no one who actually educated them well, I can say, rather showing the product through an advertisement. So this was the step we felt to take ahead. Rather focusing on selling the product, we should start with a module, or you can say a syllabus or a system. Actually create a system to educate them, help them, which will be making them change, or you can say making them adopt with the new practice.
Correct.
Which will help them in terms of helping their health, also helping nature, helping a lot of other factors. So this was the area where we came up with an idea of Lyvefresh ANANDA, where Lyvefresh is actually a brand which is owned by us. And as a brand, of course, it has a lot of different products. It's a commercial brand and focusing on daily essential products for the day-to-day life. But in that, as a same brand, we have this product called Menstrual Cup. So this system, what we create is called Ananda. So we call it Lyvefresh ANANDA. So Lyvefresh ANANDA became a system now, where it is basically, I can say, as I said, standardized content, training content is there in that system. There is a systematic approach is there. There is a lot of technology support is there. A lot of, CSR, there are companies who we help them to utilize their CSR fund in a systematic way, rather having any kind of a wastage. So all these things was more necessary rather focusing only on selling the product. So this is Lyvefresh ANANDA as an initiative which we started couple of months back, and we have been till now, touch wood, we have been successful in organizing this system and workshops and everything for approximately around 4,500 females as of now in Bombay, and we have created a change.
Fantastic.
And we're looking forward to multiply a lot.
Interesting. So I think, Jigar, as you rightly mentioned, right? Last week we were live with one more initiative around Billennium Divas show, and we saw the same aspect, right? As you rightly mentioned, it is more about educating the consumer or the customer on the benefits of why you should be using a particular product. Like, for example, we had something on fertility last time, and especially with today's stressful world, people have been having a lot of challenges. Similarly, menstruation is a very, very critical aspect. right? So,
Hmm.
how did this idea come to you? Is this my I'm just inquisitive about it. What
Hello.
made you start? What made you start Lyvefresh
Yeah.
Ananda?
Okay. So as I was mentioning about the issues
Hmm.
what people are facing, as I was mentioning about the NGOs. See, there are I can say the beneficiary, the female. They have a long list of issues what they have been facing since ages
Hmm.
by using a lot of disposable products. So that was the long list of issues, like health issues, you can say, disposal issues,
Hmm.
and various other issues is being faced by the beneficiary. Second, coming to the nature, the issues what nature is facing, of course, it's the biggest drawback that we throw the waste of sanitary products in the open air. There is a huge requirement in terms of a proper disposal of those products, which has been taken care currently by the government, and there is a huge cost involved in disposal of these products. In case if any single, like for example, if I specify, approximately 500 to 800 years is been required for one single sanitary pad to get decomposed in an open air if it is left out and not been taken care of a proper disposal. So these are the lot of there are stats or research what we have done
Hmm.
online, as well as talking with a lot of laboratories or a lot of health departments.
Okay.
Coming to the third issue of like people who are working to solve this issue, like NGOs. So when we spoke with them, they have another list of issues that they are not able to convince the beneficiary of using these products, like stopping the disposal, the sanitary pads or disposable products, and start using these eco-friendly products. They are not being able to convince them because of lack of standardized training content. Second, standardized approach. The funds what usually an NGO should get as a CSR fund from the company, they have been always been said by the company that this is not the topic for which we are ready to share or shell some fund for a CSR fund. But yeah, we will be able to share a CSR fund for some other topics like livelihood and for infrastructure, or you can say for a lot of food, various other topics, because this topic of menstruation is not being considered as an important topic.
Hmm.
So combining all the issues of beneficiaries, combining the issues of the nature, combining issues of the people like NGOs who are working on this, combining all put together, we thought of creating one single 360-degree system
Hmm.
under which we are able to help everyone. So Livefresh Ananda, we created that system. See, first we experienced ourselves that is it working. So we tried utilizing this our own system for around, as I said, 4 to 4,500 females in Bombay in around 3 to 4 months. And once we got the success after utilizing this, and we saw the success in terms of the conversion of the people, we thought of multiplying that. Now, the minute we think of multiplying, India, of course, as a geographical area, it's too large. So, as a single company or a single bandwidth, we can say it was difficult for us to reach out in every corner of India, including the rural villages. So, we thought of now coming to creating the 360-degree system. So, how do I describe this 360-degree system to help all the different level of players in this segment? The first, standardized training content. Second, systematic approach. The third is technology support.
Hmm.
The fourth, the designing support. The fifth, making the products, eco-friendly products made in India, reach to the right people at a subsidized rate. And the last one was also to create or to help the NGOs to generate CSR funds.
Okay.
So these six major points of considering 360-degree approach, we actually found a way where we tie up with the NGO and we give this system to an NGO and tell them to multiply among their own areas. This is how we actually created the automated system, and luckily we have been successful in partnering with couple of NGOs till now, and Madhya Pradesh, in Karnataka, and looking forward also a few more in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, in Bihar. It's coming soon.
Fantastic, fantastic. And I think it is very very imperative to actually reach out to the grassroots level, because I think more awareness about the challenges of the product is actually available. So before we move to the next question, you can let me take a short non-commercial break, because this is not a commercial live that we
Yeah,
are going.
yeah, yeah.
I will come back to you. So uh, to my dear audience, right? We will come back to you in the next couple of minutes. But before that, as Jigar mentioned, right, creating awareness about the product, about the hygiene factors, especially in the menstruation space, is very very important, right? So we will be back in just couple of seconds after a short break. Lovely. So good to be back, Jigar, with you once again. Thank you so much to the dear audience for giving us this small break patience time. Uh, Jigar, my next question to
I guess
you.
we are, people are not able to see us. I guess it's be right back still there on the screen of the, now it's there.
Yeah,
Okay, we are
absolutely.
on.
We are live on. We are live on. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure,
So,
sure, sure.
so unfortunately, there is a small lag that happens, right? That's how the transition normally
Yeah,
works,
yeah,
right? But
yeah.
anyways, so Jigar, as you were mentioning about the whole education perspective around this initiative, right? My next
Correct.
question to you is, what is the eco-friendly alternative to the products that you have been speaking about?
See, when we say eco-friendly, the why the terminology is necessary to use for the menstruation during the menstruation. See, till date, there were a lot of, the one product which has been majorly used in the system was sanitary pads. And as I said already, I've been describing that it has been not only creating problems in terms of health, but also a lot of problem for the nature because in terms of decomposing, there is a huge problem. So when we talk of this, any kind of a reusable product, like menstrual cup is the one product which has been as a reusable product. Now, one cup which has been reusable for say approximately around 5 years as a life, and so and comparing that with the sanitary pad which is as a disposable product. So if I calculate on an average, I can say a female might be using at least around 10 to 12 pads per cycle, and multiplied by 12 months, multiplied by comparing with the cup. So we are talking of 5 years. So it's around 12 into 12, that is 144 pads a year multiplied by 5 years. So that is the number of pads which is going to the nature. Against that, there is only one cup which
Very
is being
interesting.
used for 5 years. So there is no waste at all in the nature. So this terminology of eco-friendly is not always that any product which is recyclable, but sometimes any kind of a product which is having a life in a larger reusability also can be termed as a eco-friendly because it is a friendly to the nature and we are not putting any waste in the nature.
Correct. Correct.
So that is how being term is being used, and there are several benefits also other than eco-friendly of the cup. That is, for example, in terms of the biggest benefit I can say is the cost factor. Like for example, right now, even if we calculate the cost of a disposable pad as a single pad as low as rupees 5. Now, if we multiply the number of pads being used per female in 5 years with 5 rupees, it's phenomenal. Against that, if the cup is available at hardly 3 or 400 rupees. So the cost of menstruation per female is hardly 400 rupees for 5 years. Now you
Wow.
divide that in per cycle, which will hardly cost us 5-10 rupees, which was actually the cost of one pad. So this is a huge 90% more than saving is there. The benefit of health is there are various benefits of health by using the disposable, not using the disposable product and this. Cost benefit, nature benefit, few more benefits like have you ever heard of female can do swim in a sea during their menstruation days? But yeah, with using a menstrual cup, they can swim in a sea. We are talking of normally small activities. Normally, people, females, usually girls get been tensed during those days by
Correct.
for doing some any kind of a routine activity or a gymming or an activity. But here we are talking of swimming in a sea. So there are so many such benefits which is listed down or in a literature of a cup. There are so many such benefits which is been we have been explaining them during our education session to the female.
Okay.
These are the things which actually motivate them and make them convince them to try at least once and stop using the disposable products.
Okay, interesting. So you mentioned about a very important aspect in terms of the price comparison of the product, right? The menstruation cup,
Yeah.
and its features and its benefits, right? I think in during this understanding of the whole product, the whole menstruation cup product that you have been talking about, there has also been a lot of unawareness, I call it, or wrong notions about menstruation, using menstruation cup. There's a lot of fear, especially in terms of how to use, or does it have any side effects per se, right? So what are your thoughts around that?
This is the first question usually we listen or we get from every female, that what will be the side effects of the cup. This is the usual question we usually get from all the females. So coming to the point where side effect has been concerned, there are few examples. Like I can say the cup is first of all made from a medical grade silicone.
Okay.
Now there are only two basic examples I can share. Like for the side effects of the cup, there is no side effect, and people ask us how. So I say that medical grade silicone, people don't understand what is medical grade silicone. So I say have you, Bhavesh, have you seen a milk bottle of a small baby? It has a small transparent nipple over it.
Correct.
For a baby to drink the milk.
Correct.
That has been made from a medical grade silicone.
Mm-hmm.
So people understand what is medical grade. Now if we are giving milk to a baby with that, how safe that it is.
Correct.
First thing. Second, there are several medical grade silicone used for body implants.
Mm-hmm.
So when a medical grade silicone can go inside the body and stay till the human is being alive.
Wow.
So which is not affecting the body inside, how can it affect the external part of the body? And the last answer I can say, the infection in terms of, or the problems while using that in the initial days. So then we actually share them an example. Usually today teenagers don't like to wear specs.
Correct.
In fact, whenever they want to have, so they go for lenses. So in the eyes, when you actually go and wear a lens for the first time, you will always have some
Irritation.
Problems for the period of say 1 week, first initial days. Till the time you are habituated with your eyes are being habituated with the lens. So it's the same thing, like you are using something new for the first time. So you should be able to get comfortable within a week's time, and it's a routine. But we should not get afraid of. There are several books. We have also as I said, the book what we have written, The Bleeding is Not Bad. We have mentioned that, and we have also made in detail. Written down in detail a lot of issues, what they will face and how to overcome that.
Fantastic.
So these are the topics being very, very clear from our side, that we should not get afraid of using anything new.
Is this book available on online or something, or how do people?
Yes.
Yeah, because
it's available on Flipkart and Amazon mainly. It's already there.
Okay, very interesting. Because I think it's not just about the book. I think it's the content and the education that is going to be imparted is very, very important. And as you rightly said, right, any external element that becomes a part of the body, it takes some time for the body also to adjust, and a very classic example that you gave of the specs, or even for the lenses, right? So I think because a lot of people I understand while talking around this particular space is the uncomfort space that
Correct.
is the reason why people get, especially women, get afraid to use this as well, right?
Use this, yes.
So coming to my next question to you is, what is it that you as a founder of Lyvefresh and your team as Lyvefresh Ananda, what are you guys doing to actually, one is create awareness around menstruation, because I think that is more important, and second is how can women get maximum benefit by using this high grade silicone based product, and especially it's a medical grade product, right?
Yeah. See, Normally, what our aim and focus, you can say at the last, I can say, is to create the awareness, as you said rightly, across India, rather focusing on selling the product. And to create the awareness across India, the 360-degree system, what we have created, that is called Lyvefresh ANANDA. We are trying to partner with a lot of NGOs which are located, let it be across India, in every corner of India, making them or helping them, rather, I can say, with this 360-degree system approach. And in return, they will be able to implement that or help the females among their own area. Once we reach the maximum number of partner NGO, I can say,
Okay.
we will also try to utilize a maximum CSR funds from the corporate. Being a corporate, we do have a lot of connects with the corporates because NGOs are facing the major issues in terms of generating CSR funds.
Correct.
So when we are able to create a pan-India network of our NGO, we have the people in place to organize such activity. And we, under the back end, we will support them as a technology partner, you can say, or you can say in terms of advertising, to build the awareness along with the NGO's name, and also to help them in generate the funds of CSR from the various corporates across India.
Fantastic.
So, the aim, I can say, I mean, the result, what we could see is utilizing these CSR funds available in the market for the right channel, right resources, with the right system, and benefiting, end of the day, the society and the people.
Fantastic. No, I think this is a great way to also support NGOs, because I think for them one of the biggest problem has been, how do we find something which is more eco-friendly. A lot of NGOs are actually trying to identify products which are easy to access, easy to use, and most important is it does not harm the nature. I think we have become very conscious as citizens, or as as human beings, as humankind is what I say, that can we use little or the minimalist way of products like plastics, waste products which harms nature as well, right? Because there is a lot of landfill, and a lot of greenhouse gases, a lot of problems that are currently, especially the ocean and so on and so forth, right? So I think a lot of impetus is currently on biodegradable, eco-friendly, nature-friendly products and services. And I think this is where I think Lyvefresh, I think, stands out, especially because a lot of people are also not aware about silicone products, and how it can be utilized as well, right? Coming to my next question, and Jigar, and this is something very interesting that and that's the topic of today's session, right? Creating awareness about similar or same or such products is very, very important, especially to women, because ultimately they are the consumers. They are the final end users of such products, right? Why is it that there is a lack of awareness of same products for men? Because I think it is also very important, right? In a society, especially when you have couples, or when you have husband and wife, or or family, I think both the partners needs to be made aware about products which are beneficial in multiple ways. Because I think so far we have been always cued about educating women in certain areas, right? How have you taken up a mantle of not just educating women about the product, but also the men?
This is a good question. In fact, we also were thinking on the on the similar lines. Because why we were thinking on the similar lines is we did a small research with few men, and we came to know that in India usually we have the practice. Normally, let it be a urban or a educated house or a family, or even when we are talking of a rural village, always you will see a man who is always in the mode of protection to a daughter, sister, and wife. You will not go to this place alone. You will not go out in the night alone. You will not wear this clothes. You will not do this. You will not do that. They have always been protective about the females in their home.
Correct.
But at the same time, the minute there is any kind of a topic on menstruation, they are out of it, because they consider this as that is not their topic, which is absolutely wrong.
This is not my problem.
That's where this is not my problem. This is not my area. Even if there is a daughter in a house who is been, a girl, small girl who is been first time entering in the menstruation age, the minute everything, let the daughter ask the father. The minute it talks about menstruation, the father will say that please go and talk with your mom. This is a complete misconception and wrong approach towards it. In today's generation, we are in 2022, man.
Yeah.
So we have been seeing beyond India, it's not the case, where there are so many, men talking about, they have the knowledge about it. They are being, in terms of supporting the females, they are supporting the daughters, family, everyone. Where is India is lacking behind is because of the knowledge part. Say if the men have never taken up an interest, by just interest in terms of knowing about the issues or the problems what a female faces. If really you care about the females in your family, starting from your daughter, sister and wife, for every different aspect, to help them, to support them, why not you have a knowledge? The minute you have the knowledge, automatically, it's by psychology or by nature, you are going to talk with your own people about menstruation. So we found that there is no knowledge what a man has about this topic, and so they are actually reluctant, or you can say they are avoiding to talk on this and creating or thinking that this is a taboo. It is not our topic. I don't know anything about it. Please go and talk with other female members. So educating a man is more important. The sharing the knowledge about this is more important. Then only we can change the India. Where even a seminar we thought of doing, where a man would talk. Again, a female have the, till date there has been no men talking on this.
Correct.
So female are not been habituated with listening to a man. Again, let it be a man from his own family or an outsider. But females are also not accepting the men talking about this. Wherein we have seen now, there was a movie also on the pads, or like a pad man.
Bad man, yeah.
Bad man. In India, there is one more issue what we have seen. A pad man, what we saw, the guy who actually, there is a whole story, it's been shown in the Bollywood film, where he was a guy who started this.
Yeah.
A Bollywood film was also been made on that guy, where there is a celebrity who has been showing as focusing on this issue and helping out a lot of women.
Correct.
In spite of facing so many issues and not acceptance, still he was, end of the day, he got the success at an international level. So right now in the same, we are in the same, sailing in the same boat right now.
Correct.
It's not about a product, it's not about a sanitary pad, it's not about a menstrual cup. It's about the taboo where men talks and female accept. It's about the topic, it's not about the product.
Absolutely.
Let it be any product in menstruation. The men has to talk for the female, to support the female, and female has to accept the fact. So we might also, we are talking with a lot of health associations, we are talking with a lot of other associations. We might also come up with a first ever seminar to make them comfortable. So we might come up with a live seminar for couples.
Wow.
Where we actually make a man and a female, like a wife husband, sit together, listen to a man talking on a menstruation, giving a whole education about the same workshop, Lyvefresh ANANDA, first time ever for couples.
Wow.
So where a female would be comfortable because she is sitting with the husband, and indirectly husband will be educated about the whole topic as well.
No,
this
absolutely.
is how we see helping India on men talking on menstruation.
No, I'm very happy, Jigar, and as you rightly mentioned, right, we need men in menstruation in the first place, and that is the reason.
Yes.
I'm very, very happy that we could get you live today with us on Billennium Divas show. I think we would be more than proud to say that we have been able to take this initiative of yours to the next step by making sure that
Yeah.
men like you and me, men like us, uh, do not just talk about it, in the corners
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
house, but also come out and support such kind of initiatives, because as an
Yeah.
inclusive society, I think we need both, or we need a very neutral gender perspective on any product and
Yeah.
services. And thank you so much, for joining us today. I think it is a great pleasure
Thank you very
for
much.
having you with us. I really
Thank you
appreciate
very much.
what you and your team at Lyvefresh Ananda have been embarking on a
Yeah.
journey to create this awareness. And
Yeah.
we at Billennium Divas would be very very happy to extend our support in any manner. We are in fact a global community of women entrepreneurs, and I think it's a great synergy if we are able to also be a part
Also
of
join
this
together. Yeah.
initiative and join together. So with that, thank you so much once again, Jigar, for joining. I wish all the very best to you, and look
Thank you very
forward
much,
to
Bhavesh, for even calling me and
absolutely.
having this session.
It's a great pleasure. With that, thank you so much to all the audience. Do log into Live Fresh online and see the kind of amazing products Jigar and his team has been able to build. And do extend your support. Share this video with as many as people as you can. I think, as what Jigar rightly mentioned, it is not about the product. It is about the purpose
About the
and the mission through which you can create awareness about this.
yeah.
So, thank you once again, Jigar, and I look forward to another session with another exciting topic on your Billion Divas show. Till
Yeah.
then, take care, have a wonderful evening, and have a wonderful
Thank you.
weekend. Take care.
Thank you. See you. Yeah.